What's up everyone, the Wildcard competition has been played and we have a winner, and Xavier's nominations have been revealed and not everyone is happy. We have lots and lots to talk about, guys, so welcome to your live feed update. Okay folks, so the players in the Wildcard competition, we had Brittany, Derek X and Tiffany, and the player who took home the victory. A massive congratulations to Tiffany. Everybody give her a hand, guys, and give us some warm words in the comment section. That's fantastic to see that Tiffany won the Wildcard comp. But guys, there's always a but. That's what she said. So basically, what happened was Derek X and Tiffany allegedly ganged up on Brittany, and Brittany was, because before going in, Brittany was claiming that Tiffany had said to her, "We're getting Derek X out, simple as." But then obviously when the challenge got underway and Derek X and Tiffany ganged up on Brittany, she obviously came out the challenge feeling very upset. She was crying. Lots and lots of people tried to calm her down and ease her, but Tiffany was actually the only person who managed to calm her down. So that says a lot about the one who actually was the one who annoyed her and pissed her off, was the person who could calm her down, because realistically you would be probably most annoyed with that person. So once again showing how incredible Tiffany's social game is, so massive props to her for that, and managing to calm down Brittany there. But Tiffany did not take safety, obviously she was offered it, but they haven't really talked about what the risk was yet. You know, if you take safety you have to do this, so we're unsure of that, but all we know is Tiffany won the competition but did not take the safety. Okay, so immediately nomination talks got underway straight after the wildcard competition, and Xavier's initial sort of thoughts were to put Brent and Brittany up on the block with the ruse of making Brent not think he's the target. Now, in my opinion, I would say that's the weak way of doing this week. I would say if you're going to go, I mean, Alyssa, I think, kind of said it quite well. I saw a lot of people split on social media about Alyssa saying she's saying the right things and the wrong things. Maybe she was saying the right things, but in the wrong way. She was basically saying, you know, once you've got the target, just go with the plan and bam, bam. And that's what I think. You need to, rather than going, oh, I'll put Brittany up and I'll put Brent up on this side. Just put Brent and Whitney up together. The Whitney and Brittany is getting me mixed up, guys. My words are nearly going. So you need to just put Brent and Whitney up together as the pair. And then you can go for Brent after that. And if, you know, Brent comes off the block, then you know you're definitely going for Whitney. Something could change socially where, you know, if you put Brent and Brittany up on the block and Brent comes down, somebody else might piss Xavier off in the middle of the week and he decides not to put Whitney up as the replacement. God knows what will happen at that point, and then your plan's totally gone wrong and Brent and Whitney, none of them go home and it's a stupid waste of time. So in my opinion, I think Xavier is scared to offend Brent's feelings, but at this point you need to throw those feelings out the window and play for a big move, because while he might not think it's the best move for his game, taking Brent out is going to look fantastic on his resume. A lot of people obviously see him as a threat, so then a lot of jury members will be going, yes, that was a good move from Xavier, and they'll say that was an impressive one, and then thus he gets jury votes. It makes total sense, guys, but you know, I think he was too scared to basically offend Brent by not giving him a chance to shoot in the veto, to go for the veto. And Alyssa even got to the point of saying, I don't want you putting Brittany up. I saw what you went through last week. Even put me up. Alyssa volunteered as a pawn. She said, put me up instead of Brittany. I think she was just really hell-bent on getting the Brent and Whitney vote. But it didn't work out. And then the nominations turned out to be Brent and Brittany. So when the feeds did come back after the nomination ceremony, Brittany was crying. Xavier was reassuring her that she is the pawn, obviously. And then Xavier went to talk to Brent, and he was trying to keep up the ruse that he is not the target. And Brent was going on this egotistical journey that he always does, sort of saying how intelligent he is, and how he's definitely the pawn and all this sort of stuff that Brent would usually come out with. But I think Brent's going to catch on pretty quickly. He was saying that nobody in his team said that they knew what was going on. There's a reason for that. And yeah, because obviously Derek X and Hannah were clued in and Whitney didn't know. He's going to figure it out. He really is going to figure it out. But I guess for Xavier's week to go smoothly now would be for Brent or Whitney not to win the power of veto, and then things will go smooth sailing, and then we say sayonara to Brent on Thursday night. Now, in regards to who the target is supposedly on as the backup, well, not the backup, but the cover-up, that's definitely the word. Definitely some difference between backup and cover-up. The cover-up target is Claire. So Xavier told Carland and Claire that they will be telling Brent Claire is the target, when clearly she is not. She's not going to touch the block this week. I'm really hoping she's not anyway. I have the biggest crush on Claire. I really hope she's not going to be nominated. But yeah, I think he's definitely going to say if Brent gets panicky or anything like that, he's going to go, don't worry, somebody's coming down, Claire's going up. When that is not the case, Claire's not the target this week, I'm manifesting that. Please don't let Claire be the target this week, guys. I'm going to rant now. This is back to TV Talks with Tom mode, not Tom mode. Claire is the cover-up plan, and Brent is obviously needing to try and stay calm, so that is exactly what they're going to be telling him if he gets panicked. Brent continues to do the rounds around the house, sort of saying that, you know, he's not porn material and all this crap that he always comes out with, to be honest, to say it straight up, guys. Alyssa is definitely in panic mode. She's worried because her and Brittany are like that, and it's kind of the be-all and end-all of her being in the house with Brittany, so she's panicked, she's on the block. So Alyssa, anyway, was annoyed as well with Tiffany for ganging up on Brittany in the Wildcard comp, so she was trying to hash it out. Really awkward meeting between Tiffany and Alyssa there. Alyssa kind of seems to be going on a one-way roller coaster right now, and it's kind of scary seeing what she's going to do, because she kind of did have her head in the game, and now it's kind of like she's derailing, which is a bit worrying. I hope she can get her head back in there. She is just, she's on a one-woman ride to try and keep Brittany safe, which I respect a lot. You know, she's found her ride or die, and she's doing what she can, but she's kind of doing it in a bit of an abrasive way. When she sits down with Tiffany, she needs to be a bit more, even though you're annoyed inside, and it's tough, because I'd be bad at this. If I was at, like, when I'm pissed at someone, if I'm annoyed at someone, I find it hard to basically act all nicey nice and put an act on. I've literally been told by people, you're not a good actor, Tom, when I've hashed things out with people or whatever like that. So I fully understand what Alyssa is saying there. If I'm annoyed, my emotions are going to be there. I'm not going to try and be fake about it. That's just who I am. And I think Alyssa's kind of similar in that way. She basically is, she wears a heart on her sleeve, and I respect that. But in the Big Brother house, it's not the best thing to have. So she kind of needed to work on holding that back, and then hashing things out with Tiffany, so she gets into a better position socially, because Tiffany is in the better position socially, so naturally you've kind of got to bow down to that and work along on that level so you can get there as well. But I hope she can work through all this stuff. But she does seem to be quite annoyed with Tiffany for that. And then Xavier and Derek F were having the conversation of, you know, ours is starting to, she's on the outside of the cookout, you know, she's the one who's getting communicated with the least. So Xavier did tell Derek F, if he is picked to play in the veto and he wins it, he needs to use the obviously the veto on Brittany, him being a joker as well, just to keep Alyssa calm, and so everything runs a bit more smoothly this week. Now, the not a showmance of Alyssa and Christian, also known as Chrysalis, doesn't it all sound like an STD, like I said before, officially crossed that border and got a little busy under the covers with a good old makeout sesh. That sounded really weird. There's no good way to say makeout sesh or makeout session, so I'm going to stop saying makeout sesh. But they did indeed do that under the covers, and enjoyed themselves there. So Xavier did, I think, walked in on them at one point, and then he was reminded, he was poking fun at them later, sort of saying, reminded them of when they were claiming that they were like brother and sister. Yeah, it's all a bit weird with that so-called showmance that doesn't claim to be a showmance. They are literally joined at the hip 24/7. They never leave each other's side, and they certainly didn't leave each other's side today, as evident of what I just said before there. So there you go, guys. There's your update on Chrysalis. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching. Please let me know your thoughts of this week so far in the comment section below. Are you happy with Xavier as the head of household? Are you happy with Brent and Brittany on the block? Who would you like to be the target this week? Let me know your thoughts on Chrysalis. There is so much to talk about, guys, but I appreciate every single last one of you for tuning in. It means the absolute world to me. Make sure that you are staying safe, staying positive, and staying healthy out there, guys, and be kind to one another. In the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Do all of that stuff. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night.